Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Done.
This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Giggle. I love it. Welcome to DBL. We are so grateful you're joining us today. It's a really special day here because it's the start of our 6th season of the show.
Yes.
What does this day mean for you guys? I want to go around the horn to bother Jeff. What does this day mean for you? Real quick, just for real.
For real, I was going to make fun of that, but it's season 6. I'm turning over a new leaf.
Oh boy, what's the leaf?
It's going to last. It's going to last for about 4 minutes.
seconds.
Yeah. No, but seriously, on a serious note, accomplishment, right? It's a big deal. It really is. And when you step outside and like you're talking to your family or friends and like you really say, man, this is season 6.
Right.
But we do have, I don't want to get content with what we have. I want to keep growing and keep moving like that.
You're not quiet quitting, are you? I like that.
Maybe 2 minutes.
Lindsay, what does this day mean for you?
I mean, there are a lot of shows that are like throwing pasta at the wall and they do not stick. And so, 6 seasons is a long time. And so it's a big accomplishment, especially for you guys that have been here since season 1. I mean, I got here at season 3 and it's felt like a long time. So you guys since season 1, really hats off to y'all.
That's thank you very much. Al, what does it mean to you?
Man, it's hard because like we were talking about, well, we're going to talk about this at the top of the show, and I was like, well, what am I going to say? And really, I feel like there's a fork in the road for a lot of our lives. Honestly, we're all in show business and entertainment, and we bounce around from job to job. And this is the first time like I really feel like I have a family, and it's because we built this from this studio was like nothing. This this is just a concept on a piece of paper, and here we are, and it's come from hundreds of hours of work and hugging and laughing and crying and fighting and all the good things that human beings do, and here we are.
Beautifully said. I want to give a shout out to everyone working because you guys do so well around the studio. And also, thank you. And also the viewers, because without you, I wouldn't have a lot of Instagram followers. Just kidding. I don't have a lot. All right. So, what am I? How do I feel? I should say. I should just say this very much. The trust I have in these people is undeniable, and the idea that I can take a conversation that is so heated and then go right into a Britney Spears conversation. I hope you know that's when you have a real family and a real conversation and real friends. And I'm so thankful you guys accepted me as part of your group, right?
You are family, girl.
Thank you. Right, Jeff?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Jeff's still trying to accept it.
So,
Season 7.
Switching gears here, we're season 7. Preparations are underway for Queen Elizabeth's funeral, which is taking place a week from today. The Queen's coffin traveled through Edinburgh today. It was followed by her children, King Charles, Princess Anne, who she loved dearly, Prince Andrew, and Prince Edward. Earlier today, King Charles was in London to address the Parliament for the first time as king. He told them he could, quote, feel the weight of history on his shoulders following their touching tributes to his mother. And check this out, he did look close to tears as Parliament sang, "God Save the King." So what do we think as Americans? Agreed, we're all Americans here. The week's worth of events before the funeral next Monday. Do you think this pomp and circumstance is too much? Is this to be expected? Is anyone like, okay, it's a little much? Or is someone, do you guys enjoy it?
I respect other people's cultures, right? And if this is what they do, that's what they do, right? Who are we to say just because we're Americans to make fun of or to put down whatever they do? This is their tradition. It's a long-standing tradition. We are very early in the scheme of things in America here, so I respect whatever their traditions are.
We also don't have an example of somebody being in power or in a leadership position for 70 years.
Fair.
And so how do you say goodbye to somebody that you've seen in every big occasion? Even Stephanie, who's from England, was saying that every Christmas she listened to what the Queen had to say, no matter where she lived in the United States or back at home in the UK. And I think when you're used to having somebody in your life in whatever capacity for 70 years, you need to give them more than a day funeral.
Like the constant there.
Right,
yeah,
just like a family member, you would, even though the funeral might be that one day, you're going to be thinking of them for weeks to come and then find your own ways to mourn.
That makes sense. I want to show you guys this clip, though. I don't know if you saw it. Prince Charles was trying to get the ink blotter away, and he's not used to like picking anything up and moving it.
What a thing to say about your life.
So watch it.
Oh, yeah. All right. There we go.
So I think it's just a different type of culture, a different thing. He's used to people.
No, that's my culture now. That's what I'm gonna do every day.
You're adopting that
DBL.
culture.
Be like, can somebody get that? And that's this. Why do I have to lift my mug?
That's right. That's right. Well, a lot of you are talking about this moment, the Fab Four, not the Beatles, the Fab Four of the Kate, William, and Harry and Meghan reunited on Saturday. Of course, we're talking about them with the four of them. They were at Windsor Castle greeting the crowds of people gathered outside to pay their respects to the late Queen. Meghan actually shared a hug with a teenage fan in the crowd who reportedly wanted her to know she was welcome in Britain. But everyone online is dissecting the body language of the royals. Like here, you can see Harry and Meghan walking together, holding hands, while William and Kate are seen walking apart from one another. There was also
William has indigestion.
There was also this moment when they were leaving. If you take a look, William left Kate to get in the car alone, while Harry went over to open the door for Meghan.
Ooh.
Prince William was criticized for his lack of chivalry. So what do we make of this big reunion? What do we think of the differences in the body language? Are we just talking about nothing here? What do you think, Jeff?
I don't know. Harry looked like he was trying a little bit hard. You know what I mean? With the holding hands, get real. And I'm going to open the door now. Come on.
Okay, but he's
putting it on. He's putting it on.
Okay, he's bringing this woman into an environment that's not the most comfortable place for her, right? And so for her to be there, he's like, okay, I'm embracing my family. I already didn't bring you to my grandma's bedside when she passed away. Now that you're here and half the country still hates you, that's a real thing. Let me just show you that I still love you. You know what I mean? So you got to put on a little bit extra for your wife sometimes or your husband in order to make sure they're comfortable in situations where they otherwise wouldn't be.
That was very intelligent. He's showing off.
Al, what'd you
Lindsay,
think?
you were talking to the king of no PDA. So you should not have gone.
I know you're trying. He's showing off.
Yeah, look.
What do you think, Al?
You can look at this and say, oh, we're just overanalyzing it. But body language means something. And like when you're having a good time and walking with, like Lindsay, if you like, leaving a restaurant with your friends, I don't think that like one couple is 2 feet ahead. You guys aren't looking at each other. Like it just seems like they're close together in proximity, but it seems like emotionally they're
tension.
Just like, I feel tension. I feel like that wall is there.
But also, they don't have to follow the protocol by the step of the royal family because they kind of disassociated.
Fair.
So if the protocol is walk to your sides, maybe that is what you have to do in any situation like this. They're like, well, technically, we're going to just do whatever we're going to do because
Lindsay,
we've been doing that for the last
we know
year.
The rules.
We've all been royals. I think also, really quickly, just to take it down from royals, we all grieve differently. And Meghan might be a closer, warmer, touchier type of person like I am. And Kate might need her distance. She might be a little bit more separate. And that's how they grieve. So I never want to get on anyone about grieving. I think that's weird.
I agree.
Jeff want to get on everybody about showing off, though.
Yeah. If I would have gotten in the car and be like, did you just open the door for her, dude? Why don't you tell me that before? I didn't know we were doing that.
Well, you're kings and like
that could make you look bad on a double date. That could make you look bad.
That would be terrible.
And Al's holding hands and showing off. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me know if you're going to do this.
Because Colin hates that too. My partner, he's always like, whoever's doing that is like one of the most annoying people. I don't want to be friends with them.
What?
hand holding. Let us know.
And when you do it like in a group of 4, it's like, oh my God, it's just like very extra.
It's a lot.
Yes.
All right, fine. Let us know what you think, YouTube or our app. We'd love to know. Do you handhold? Coming up in DBL, our interview with actor Ernie Hudson. He's telling us all about his role in the Quantum Leap reboot. Oh boy, that's from the show. And Al, this one's for you. The term pumpkin spice makes it into the dictionary.
We'll tell you. The dictionary?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll tell you a few other modern words that made the cut. It's disgusting flavor.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there goes the niceness. The other leaf is being flipped.
Closed captioning provided by
It's so hey, just stopping by to say we're taking over. We're mad. Oh, yes. We're taking over. You know what time it is. We're taking over.
You're welcome, Justine. First day, we like to ice them out and make you really uncomfortable and put you on camera. Tell us your background.
I have a background in photography and in video production.
Fantastic. Where are you from?
Denver, Colorado.
Mazel tov. You like long walks on the beach? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, with you, Tori.
Yes,
Justine, do you hold hands with your?
Yeah. What do you with your partner? Do you want to say?
I'm not much on PDA.
No, so no PDA.
Justine, we're gonna get along just fine.
I like PDA. Tiff, do you like PDA?
It depends on the person.
Is it a millennial, like a younger person thing?
I think it's weird, especially if it's only 3 people. So like if me, Colin, and Al go to dinner and
like a
Colin's
third
doing the
wheel.
most,
Yeah.
I would feel awkward that he was doing that.
Really?
Yeah. But if you were with I think even 4, I just don't really
See, I
love
would want to
it.
do the 3 of us, just like, hey, we show
We all
united
3,
front.
yeah. We just all got each other's backs.
All right, well, Justine, we will be seeing more of you. You will be
you
coming
will.
back.
Thank you
If you
so
guys
much.
have any questions for Justine, you know I like to make them really
It's her
uncomfortable.
first day.
That's why I
do
do
you want
it.
our audience to ask
Because
her
she's part of the family now. No, you're free to go. I apologize. She's like, get me out of here.
If you have any random questions.
Someone's
like, I don't know
birthday
where
is
the breakroom
today.
is.
It is Emily C's birthday. Well done. Emily C, happy birthday and season 6 opener. It's her birthday today
and I
as
do
well.
want to say this, Tori. It's weird. I was thinking about this morning. I want to give a shout out to Michael Loveland. He was one of our original viewers. He sadly passed away.
You're right. May he
Yeah, but he was
rest.
such a great guy. He lost a lot of weight towards the end, and I was
He
really
did.
proud of him. I was just thinking about him randomly this
That's
weekend.
really interesting.
So
Maybe he
shout
was
out to Michael
passing over you.
Loveland.
John Venturini, also another viewer, lost over, I believe, 150 pounds. He
Yes.
is now sober and doing so well.
Yeah.
And that all comes from really like a community at DBL, which Justine is now a part of. She's like, please stop. Sorry, Justine. I'm not. Okay. Welcome back. Merriam-Webster, I love this segment, has added a few new words to its dictionary. Some of you may already have heard of it, like the words pumpkin spice, that are branding everything from coffee to cereal to candles these days. Some other new words include metaverse, janky.
Wow.
Janky is old.
I thought so too. And
It takes a while to get to the dictionary, though. That was like
it's like
A decade.
And
At least.
sus, which I just learned, which is short for suspect. Like that avocado is a little sus.
Yes. Use that perfectly.
Thank you. But there are some
She
new
was
words
kidding.
you may not be familiar with, like the word yeet.
Yes.
Does anyone know what yeet means?
No.
I think it's like to get something away from you quickly, like yeet.
Or is that to call someone's attention?
Is that it?
We do
Am
like
I wrong,
you're
millennials?
in New York.
You're?
No, I
What do you think
think
it
Al
is?
sold me. That's pretty good.
I think it's like
Get away
something
from me.
you. Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, here's what it means. It is an expression of surprise, approval, or excited enthusiasm. Like, we're all going to Mexico, yeet.
Say it with some enthusiasm.
I was about to say, not like it should be coming out of a robot's head. Like, say it.
Yeet!
No. Okay.
Okay.
See what you did, Lindsay?
Can't win. All right, here's another one. Does anyone know what pone means?
Yes.
I think it's what.
That's old school.
What?
Like pwn is like to own somebody, but remember it would be a misspelling. So then it would be like instead of Al owned Tori on DBL, it would be Al pwned.
What?
Really?
Yeah,
That's a good word for Scrabble. Like, I got a P, a W, and an N. What am I going to spell?
I think pwned is
I thought it was like short for pony.
Me too, or ponytail.
Like that would be really easy.
Like Sam puts her pone in, I thought. All right, the definition: to dominate or defeat. Al is right, and it's pronounced like own.
I think because people kept
Pwned.
misspelling it on the internet, their finger kept hitting the P.
I see. Oh, that's interesting. All right, next
Why
we
do I
have
know that?
we have look spelled L-E-U-K. Luke.
L-E-W-K.
I mean, it's L-E-W-K. It's literally written out. What do you think it means? It's not Luke, I'm your father. It's you have a cute Luke, right?
No, it's like that's a look.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, that's why you gotta say it. Like you have a look going on,
Look.
like head to toe plus the hairstyle. That's a look.
a whole outfit or the fit.
You're pronouncing it like a hobbit. No, it's not.
She's like Luke.
Yeah, it's apparently look is a fashionable look, and it's distinctive to the wearer and noticeable and memorable to others, as in, my look today is so amazing.
Oh man.
Okay. And finally, I apologize to everyone. We have LARP.
I know what that is.
Jeff.
LARP? Mm-hmm. LARP.
You have to come up with an answer.
Is there a song like LARP on my go-kart or something?
I don't know, but there it should be. Live action role play.
I don't know. I don't know.
You knew that?
Does it mean like live action role play?
Right, it's like for the
you
people
mean
that
like when you go to
reenact-
Comic-Con and you do it with
the
other
people that
people?
reenact like the Civil War in the park.
No,
and
you knew
like
that off
the
the top of
Hobbit
your head.
people, the people that, huh?
You knew that off the top of your head.
Yes.
How did you know that, Al?
I like know a lot of stuff.
That's so specific.
Yeah, so
LARP,
live action role play.
Does it have anything to do with sex or no?
No, I think maybe it could, but it's more like if the people that reenact like medieval times and like I think video games as well.
Jousting and things.
Right, video games. If you're like in the game as the main character.
Oh,
it's
okay, like your avatar almost.
Right.
Okay, so it's live action role play, a game in which players reenact fantasy scenarios. I think that could go into a sexual fantasy as well, LARP.
You think?
You could make LARP kind of sexy. Look at that LARP and that look.
No.
Yeet. Okay, coming up on DBL, that's so embarrassing. Our interview with iconic Ghostbusters actor Ernie Hudson. He's telling us about the new Quantum Leap reboot. Oh no.
That was awesome.
Do you or someone you know snore? If so, then you've probably reenacted this scene at some point during the night. Snoring can be a real problem, but one TikTok trend with hundreds of thousands of views claims you can stop snoring and avoid morning breath by taping your mouth shut at night.
This is going to help your oral health, it's going to help your sleep, it's going to help dry mouth snoring.
So let's verify. Is mouth taping a real home remedy for sleep-related issues? Our sources are the Sleep Foundation and Michael Bruce, founder of thesleepdoctor.com. The idea of mouth taping is fairly simple. By taping your mouth closed at night, you prevent snoring by forcing your body to only breathe through your nose. This also keeps your mouth lubricated, which can reduce bacteria and bad breath. Our sources say mouth taping is fine for people who don't have any other health conditions, but snoring is sometimes a sign of other issues.
The very first thing I tell people is before you start taping your mouth shut, the first thing you need to do is look at nasal congestion. If you've got nasal congestion, solve that problem first. You might not need to tape your mouth.
Snoring could also be a sign of sleep apnea, so Bruce recommends talking to your doctor before trying mouth taping. The Sleep Foundation notes there aren't many scientific studies on mouth taping. Many of the perceived benefits are based on personal accounts, like those TikToks. Still, Bruce says it can help the right person. So, yes, mouth taping is a real home remedy for sleep-related issues. If you do decide to tape your mouth, make sure to use a medical-grade skin tape. Household tapes like duct or masking tape will hurt when removed and can cause injuries, especially for people with facial hair. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back to DBL. The hit show Quantum Leap is back, and the man best known for hunting ghosts is trading in his proton pack for time travel. Earlier, we spoke with Ernie Hudson. Take a look.
Why did he leap? Find out what he's there to do and bring him home.
If you fail, there is a 100% chance that this ship will crash.
Just out of curiosity, if the person I leap into dies,
You die too.
right, good to know.
Please welcome to the show Ernie Hudson.
Yeah.
That was a big round of applause.
And you know why, Ernie? Because you're always so gracious with your time, and you're one of the good guys. And I think that means a lot to everybody, including us. So I just wanted to pay that little token of respect. But here, before we get...
Oh, well, thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you.
Before we get to all your new projects, because you got a lot going on, we got to ask you a Ghostbusters question, of course. But this is a little behind the scenes. We hear you almost didn't take home your iconic jumpsuit after filming. So what changed your mind?
Yeah, you know, I've learned a long time ago not to take anything, but Harold Ramis said, well, I was getting ready to leave, and Harold said, Ernie, are you going to take your jumpsuit? And I said, no. He said, Ernie, we're the Ghostbusters, so take the suit. So I took the suit, and I have my suit from all 4 of the movies.
Wow.
See, he is a good guy. He didn't want to take a souvenir.
Can you imagine?
Where are they? Are they just in your closet, or are they like specially protected, I hope, behind glass?
Well, not really. They're kind of there in somewhere in the basement. I'm not sure, but
You are so humble. I would have that on every day at the corner store. Like, I'm the guy from Ghostbusters.
This, my proton pack, no big deal. Speaking of that, you're known, as we said, the nice guy, but you play the bad guy in the BET series Family Business. I just wanted to know, you know, as an actor, you go method. What experiences do you have to pull for that make you bad? Do you have a bad bone in your body?
Well, yeah, I think you know, we have all of it in us, and sometimes you have to be a little threatening. Raising kids, I learned that. So, You know, I don't have to do anything. I just have to have a certain look, a certain tone in the voice. But it's a big world out there, and we kind of sort of express it all. That's the great thing about being an actor.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, we got to talk about Quantum Leap. I know a lot of people are excited. You star in the reboot, which airs later this month. What did you love about the original series that you were so happy to join the reboot?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. In the original series, you know, they would jump into someone's body, and just the whole idea of being able to have someone's experience, to empathize. You know, we think we understand what's going on, but when you're living that, that was fascinating. So me and my two older boys would watch the show on a regular basis. And they were really excited to hear that I'm going to be a part of this new Quantum Leap.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You have really devout fans, but how does your character tie to the original show?
Well, you know, I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to say, but my character discovers the project had been shut down, and he's very passionate about getting it back up and getting Sam Beckett, who was lost in the original series, getting him back home. He's the guy who runs the program. Yeah, it's really exciting.
All right. Well, Ernie, usually when this question is asked to you, you're in the back of a Civic with the windows a little foggy. But I'll ask you now, if you could time travel, where would you go and why?
You know, I realized that we all got here somehow. I never knew my mom or dad, so I would be really curious to see how that happened. You know, how did they somehow get together to get me here? Because I don't have any answers, and I've always had a lot of questions. I'd love to go back and somehow be, you know, able to experience whatever that was about.
Well, on behalf of everybody, we're glad you're here, brother. You are one of the all-time nice. You make it hard on us because you got so much stuff going on that it's hard to get it all into one segment, so we're all pulling for you.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm still thinking about that answer.
That was a nice moment.
I know. We appreciate you just being so real and honest with us. DBL Nation, you don't want to miss Ernie in the reboot of Quantum Leap. It premieres September 19th on NBC. Ernie, we appreciate you. Congratulations on all your continued success. We'll be right back.
You deserve it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Queen Elizabeth II is featured on all coins in the UK and some paper money. Her death prompted several social media users to wonder if they'll have to get used to a new face on their currency. So let's verify. Will King Charles III's likeness start appearing on money in the UK? Our sources are the royal family, the Bank of England, and the Royal Mint. The image of the reigning monarch has graced English money since the 1st century. Each time a new reign began, the nation's money would update. The Royal Mint and UK banks that produce currency say coins and notes that have the Queen's image will remain legal tender as new money with the King is produced. When it comes out, King Charles is expected to be looking left instead of right, as Queen Elizabeth did. This continues a tradition that began in the 1600s, where the new monarch would face the opposite direction of the predecessor. So, yes, King Charles III's likeness will start appearing on money in the UK. However, he is not expected to appear on regular paper money produced in Scotland and Northern Ireland. These countries issue their own banknotes, which do not feature the monarch. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
There are clear signs of it here, but the palace intrigue extends well beyond the British embassy here in this country, even if the only power the royal family really has over us is to keep us curious and keep us interested. In the wake of her death after 70 years on the throne, it's the first time that most of the world will see what happens next.
We turn to several sources listed here to verify a few questions. Charles is divorced. Doesn't that disqualify him from being king? Actually, that's a big misconception that ending his first marriage to Diana Spencer was a disqualifier. It's the remarriage part to Camilla Parker Bowles that historically could have caused an issue. Because of the Royal Marriages Act of 1772, marriages of close royal family members require approval from the Queen, which she granted in this remarriage. This, plus a softening of the Church of England's stance on divorce and remarriage in 2002, kept Charles's place in the line of succession secured. The Queen also declared his wife Camilla Queen Consort once Charles became king. Why is Charles already king without a formal coronation? According to British law and the Office of the Privy Council, a new sovereign succeeds to the throne as soon as their predecessor dies. The days to come will be full of small ceremonies and official marks of his ascent to the throne, but the ceremonial coronation takes a lot of preparation and planning and might not happen for some time. So what's the line of succession now? Prince William, Charles's oldest son, is now first in line, then his children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, then Prince Harry, his kids Archie and Lilibet, then the Queen's other son, Prince Andrew, his daughter, Princess Beatrice, her daughter, Sienna, then Prince Andrew's other daughter, Princess Eugenie, and her son, August Philip.
Princess Charlotte, William and Kate's daughter, has that spot on the list because of a 2013 law change. Gender no longer plays a role in the order of succession. It's just one more example of the many ways in which things changed over her great-grandmother's long reign. With your Verify, I'm Abby Larico.
That was lovely.
That was great.
That was so good.
What was the one state?
Alaska.
Oh, you gotta go.
Yeah, I had 2 gigs fall through up there. I guess like because the seasons are so weird, but yeah.
You have to like make it happen now.
I know, and I heard it's so cool, so beautiful. Everybody's like Alaska is. It's a must go. So that's on the bucket list.
That's our audio gentleman, Steve Gallagher, is from Alaska.
Our
so maybe
audio gentleman?
Yes.
Gentleman.
Okay.
You should give him his props.
So maybe you guys can go together randomly.
Exactly. Apparently on horseback. We're talking it was the 1800s.
He's the blacksmith in you. Before we go, Harrison Ford says he is hanging up his Indiana Jones hat and whip for good. The 5th installment of the Indiana Jones series, the 5th, is set to be released next summer. I'm really excited. During Disney's Film Expo this weekend, Harrison told fans this is the last time he'll be playing Indy. The 80-year-old actor has been playing the role since 1981's Raiders of the Lost Ark. He also starred in The Temple of Doom, The Last Crusade, with Sean Connery playing his father. The last movie, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, was back in 2008. Speaking of his old movie, Harrison reconnected with former co-star Kiwi Kwan. Remember him? He played Indy's sidekick, Short Round, in The Temple of Doom. I can't even, when I saw this picture, I was so thrilled for them. Dr. Jones, it was such a good duo.
Are you a fan of the series?
I'm a huge fan. If I could get any piece of movie memorabilia, it'd be that whip. The whip or the hat. I just think when you think of movies and you think dun 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 dun, you think bad guy, good guy, great acting, great directing, Spielberg, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah.
I just love that he's still going. Like if you're 80 years old and can still do it, you should definitely still do it. And so this is like inspiration for everybody.
Right.
It's true.
He was in the last Star Wars too, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you know that famous scene where the guy's going crazy with the knife and he pulls out a gun and shoots him?
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to happen. Harrison Ford had this whole choreographed thing and they were behind schedule and he goes, well, what if I just shoot him? And he kind of just did that ad lib.
No
and
way.
they made the movie and it put him ahead of schedule. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good fact. DBL is new every day. We will see you same time, same place tomorrow. Be good. We're all facing that uphill battle. We'll see you soon.